I just found a whole stack of vintage teas, a lot of NASCAR vintage. Here, Richard Petty, vintage Coca-Cola. That's from like mid-90s, I think. But I mean, this is crazy. Look at this. It's hard to find one Sega Saturn. There's multiple Sega Saturns in here. All right, so it is 11 o'clock at night. We did a show from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And it was a great show. We sold almost, I think we maybe had like one or two items that didn't sell. But now look at this mess I have to go through. It is literally 5 totes of stuff here. Originally was 6. I was able to combine it to 5. And this is what we have to deal with tomorrow. Yeah, I am gonna get some rest, but tomorrow we will tackle this. Who's kidding? I'm probably gonna do some tonight because now I'm wide awake because my adrenaline's flowing, but I don't know, we'll talk about this tomorrow more. All right, it's the next morning and I'm a maniac. I literally stayed up to like almost 1 o'clock in the morning just packing up items. Here's what we have left still, but I had to put them in piles of stuff that we need to ship out. And yeah, it's still a lot to go. The good news is that there should be only a couple shipments. Oh my God, look how cute she looks with her little bow tie. Her little bow. Right, Sky? You're so freaking cute, even though you take the dog's bed. Remember, come say hi. There's Blue with a little donut on her head. She had a little lump removed off her ear. Say, babe, you're so cute. So, yeah, last week we had to get her dental cleaning, and then she had another lump behind her ear, and they just had it removed. Still waiting to hear back the results. Hopefully it wasn't cancerous, and if it is, hopefully there's enough margin on it. They don't have to do any other treatments. Another bill, right? So good thing I'm selling all this stuff off, but we sold these 6 totes. It was for a total of $1,215. I am so excited over that. I'm extremely excited, to be honest with you. Now, I don't know if that includes shipping or not. I have to go back and double check, even if it includes shipping, because it might cost me like $200 to ship all this stuff. I don't even know, maybe more. This was pretty easy to ship, to be completely honest with you, because I didn't have to bubble wrap anything. I could just put everything in boxes or bags. I was smart though. What I did was I wrote down the auction number and the buyer's name on every single item. That way I can quickly organize it. And I'm not just like hunting for a certain number. When I see a name, I can just start putting them in piles. So I definitely learned my lesson from doing shows in the past, but let me start working on packing the rest of this up. I'm back to storage unit. We're gonna get some stuff out to do some more auctions this week. I'm gonna pull some more stuff out. I'm hoping to get some stuff together to do a live show this week. On Monday afternoon, I'm gonna do a live show for comic books. On Tuesday evening, starting at like 7 p.m., we're gonna do a live show for clothes. Clothes show went really good, as you guys saw already on this video. And then I'm thinking on Thursday, I'm gonna do another show, maybe with just like random like toys and collectibles and other stuff. So today I'm gonna try to go through and maybe start organizing some of these totes here. Giant unit full of stuff back here. Now this stuff's actually kind of really organized. You guys can't really tell, but these are just, everything back here is just totes filled with goodies. Pull some of this stuff out, maybe show you guys some cool stuff, because I totally forget some of these, what's in some of this stuff. Now, some of the stuff in the back, the whole back left side, all that's already listed on eBay. So I like to keep a lot of my bigger items in the unit, and then any additional items I get. I'm hoping to find some more clothing. Our clothing show went really good, as you saw there. So I know I have some like vintage Disney shirts and stuff in here. So I like to get those out and kind of get those through, but and I gotta go through some of these comic books too. Kenny X-Men, what is this? Personally autographed, wow. Autograph on Kenny X-Men. Run that in the auction this week. Some Punisher. Some old 25-cent Star Trek. What else is in here? Ninja. Madonna. Madonna. Pamela Anderson, barbed wire. Yeah, this would be fun stuff to run. Run this in our comic book auction this week. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I did find this container full of old toys. I don't know if you guys can really see. Some Bernstein Bears. Random like McDonald's and other cool like little 90s toys. Joker, Batman, some stuff. This is old, like Nintendo. It's probably, I think that's 1989, isn't it? Some Sega stuff in there. Just run that in the giant lot. Got that with me. All right, so I found these in here. This is pretty interesting. These are called Meanies. And they're like plushies. This is supposed to be Bill Clinton. Infamous Meanies. Bill Clinton with his pants down. Jeez. What's this one? Meanie Series 2. They have like a Mike Tyson one too as well. It's probably supposed to be like a Toucan Sam type of... Yeah, I don't know. These are from like the 90s or late 90s, early 2000s. Not mistaken. Are they? I thought they were. In 1998. So yeah, we'll run these in the auction. These are funny. I started pulling out some totes, and I was just finding video game consoles after video game consoles. Like, I remember I made a big buy and I bought out a guy's massive collection, but these Wii ones, I have the... I'm gonna try to break it down in sections. So I think the Nintendo Wii ones we want to take with us, because I'm gonna try to test these all in bulk. So, oh, we also found, this is cool. This is to hold your pool stick back in the day from Camel. Found some plushies from Disney, from Nintendo, so we'll run those this week. But I mean, this is crazy. Look at this. It's hard to find one Sega Saturn. There's multiple Sega Saturns in here. And Sega Genesis. Like, look at all these Segas that are sitting in here. So I did found all the Sega cords. So I want to test this. Oh my God, what else is down here? N64s, Commodore. This is absolutely insane. Guys, this is only like the first totes that we've been going through. More Segas. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to organize. Oh, we did find a whole thing of shoes as well. So these are the Gatorade ones. These are expensive Nike shoes. Yeah, there's the Gatorade ones. They need to be cleaned up. We got Hoka's here too. Some Converse. We'll run all these on our Tuesday night show. A lot of these actually. PlayStation cords. What are they doing in there? Oh, actually, I may need those. Found a couple more shirts and then a whole container of shoes here. We'll probably go through, run some of these, and the rest of them we're just going to donate. As I start going through this, news this week about Sony stopped making video games and January 1st of 2028 really saddens me, because as I'm going through here, I'm getting very nostalgic. I'm getting very, just feel sad in a way, man. You know, I grew up a big video game guy. Even into my 20s and 30s, I had a massive video game collection. Some of my best memories growing up are me playing video games with some of my best friends, my brother, my sister, playing with my stepson, even my wife doing Just Dance and other stuff at the house. Like, video games have always been a big part of my life, and the fact that they're gonna stop making them makes me sad. And I'm curious to get your guys' opinion on this. As a reseller and someone who buys and sells on eBay, finds this stuff out there, where do you see the video game market going over the next, over the next 2 years? And I want to get your guys' response. Let me know in the comments down below, because as this video goes on, I'm gonna give you guys my opinion on this and break down. Some is gonna be really bad, but some is gonna actually be really good and better than what you guys think. I just found a whole stack of vintage tees, a lot of NASCAR vintage. I actually found this sweatshirt too, it's kind of cool. Made in the 80s. George Armani there, there's Star Wars sweatshirt, but here, Richard Petty, NASCAR, vintage Coca-Cola, that's from like mid-90s, I think. Dale Earnhardt Jr., this is a nutmeg tag. Yeah, we're gonna run all these for $2. Screw it. Dale Earnhardt Jr., that was senior there. This is cool. 70s Heartbeat. Chevelle. This is single stitch. I bet this is from the 90s. They used to always do those like airbrush stuff. This is on the Screen Stars tag. If you're a vintage shirt guy, you know. Screen Stars best, but yeah, we'll have all this stuff up for sale this week, starting at $2 on Tuesday. Found Disney bags. I found a whole stack of Vera Bradley. Found some Disney bags, a whole stack of Vera Bradley. So we're gonna run it all again. We did a 3-hour show last week. It's probably gonna be 2 or 3 hours again this week. So I'm actually excited because I feel like I'm gonna make a dent in here. I mean, look, we cleared a little path already, kind of going through some stuff. I got my card here, start adding stuff on there. All right, so just because they said they're gonna stop making video games in 2028, that doesn't mean that they're just completely shutting down. That means they're just stopping making new games going forward. You have to remember, they're gonna make games all the way up until that point, to the end of 2027. So we still have plenty of time. Not to mention, a console lifespan is like 5 to 7 years. If they plan on stopping games at the beginning of 2028, the PS5 life cycle is still gonna have many years past that. And I think as resellers, we're gonna be okay. Because once the new system comes out, it's gonna be a digital system. Everyone's gonna trade in their old consoles, and they're gonna see a lot more of that stuff popping up at garage sales, flea markets, Facebook Marketplace. I think people are also gonna be very nostalgic because ever since the Atari, you think about this, from the late 70s, early 80s, all the way up to now, 50 years of having consoles or physical hardware. Very nostalgic about that, and they are still gonna want to have something physical. So I do see when it gets close to the time, we're gonna see a rush for physical media, and people are gonna be upset because when they buy the game, they have to digitally download it, they have to pay for the subscription service to have it, play all the stuff, and then that disappears, or get rid of that console. They have to keep going through these cycles, and I think there's gonna be a rush for that, so I think we're okay. Not to mention, all the games that I sell right now that have a lot of demand, I don't really sell a lot of PS5 stuff, or a lot of PS4 or Xbox One. It's all the PS3, Xbox 360, N64, GameCube, PS2, PS1. It's the consoles that are 15, 20 years ago that people really loved and enjoyed. Actually, longer than that. Like, it's the stuff like 20, 30 years ago that people really loved and enjoyed. So I think we are going to be good for, let's say, the next 10 years past that. Now, after that, there may be some changes in the marketplace and stuff like that. But I mean, we have gone through this many times over the years. Think of this: 8-track, cassette tapes, CDs, MP3 players. Like, we've gone through those cycles before. We had beta, VHS, Laserdisc, DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks. I mean, the list goes on. So we have gone through this in the past. I just think as a society, we just don't like change. And we were able to survive Blockbuster shutting down, going to Netflix. We had those options for that. But over time, people still love that physical media, and there's still going to be demand for that. I mean, look at vinyl records. Vinyl records made a comeback. You know, at one point in time, they weren't even selling in stores. They stopped really producing a lot of them and just had such a cult following that Walmart, Target still sell that stuff to this day. So, and you guys know how precious that space is. So I think for us right now, we're going to be okay. I know a lot of sellers are going to freak out about that, but I really wouldn't worry about that right now. All right, look at this crazy stuff I just found. 90210. This shirt's from the 90s. It says here in the back, I stay home on Thursday nights. 90210 pillow cover cases. New Kids on the Block lunchbox. All this is going up for auction this week, guys. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. We still haven't even scratched the surface. This is absolutely insane. All right, guys. Apparently, I had a lot more clothing than what I originally thought. As I'm digging through my storage unit, I was finding totes and totes full of like vintage clothing, like stuff that's just a gold mine just sitting there. One thing to keep in mind, guys, it's so good to make sure that you guys are taking inventory of what you have, and also listing the stuff when you get it. Don't become a hoarder and don't store it all or pay to store it. Oh shit! Ow! Ow! That just fell on my foot. Here is a whole stack of stuff here. I found a lot of plushies, a lot of shoes, like 90210. Put these on your bed, sleep at night. Crazy stuff. Yeah. These shows are gonna be crazy this week because we're gonna blow all those out starting at $2. Can't believe how much I have. All right, I'm gonna end the video here. I will say this, guys, it's absolutely liberating right now to start selling off the stuff. So come hang out with me, come be part of the journey. Tomorrow, Monday at I think 3:30 on Dibbit, we're gonna sell off some comic books. Probably go for like an hour, hour and a half. And then on Tuesday night's the big night with all the like vintage clothing and stuff like that. That's gonna start at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So links down in the description down below. Come hang out. You don't have to buy anything, just come hang out. And I'd love to interact with you. Until next time, guys, make sure you guys keep flipping and punching.